The FIFA World Cup, the greatest competition in sports today. The World Cup is the most prestigious association football tournament in the world and is the most viewed and followed sporting event ever. It's 32 nations fighting it out to be the best in the world. There is only 1 year to go till we have the 2018 World Cup in Russia, and I cannot be more excited. But today I got 10 things you probably didn't know about the FIFA World Cup. Number 10. It hasn't always been the World Cup. So you're probably thinking, the World Cup, how hasn't it been the World Cup since day one? The World Cup hasn't always been the World Cup. The first trophy was originally named Victory, not the FIFA World Cup, but later on it was renamed in honor of former FIFA president Jules Rimet, and it was called the Jules Rimet Trophy. In 1970, when Brazil did win the trophy outright, it prompted a commissioning of a replacement for the trophy, and the original Jules Rimet Trophy was stolen in 1983 and never recovered. Because of that, in 1974 a new trophy was introduced, and it was called the FIFA World Cup Trophy. Number 9. The payout the winner gets. When we see a nation win the FIFA World Cup, we see them lift up the trophy, and pretty much we think that is what they receive, but they don't just receive the FIFA World Cup trophy, they receive a $35 million payout for the winner, and the runners-up take home $25 million themselves. Although you would rather win the trophy, that is a huge payout, $25 million for just reaching the final. In fact, to just compete in the group stages already secures your team $8 million. So you're probably thinking this is just bucket loads of money, but the 2014 World Cup, which was held in Brazil, projected to have made around $4 billion. Not bad for a tournament that only lasts a month. Number 8. No corner flags. In the 1974 FIFA World Cup, the game was actually postponed for 10 minutes before West Sydney and the Netherlands took on each other in the final because officials forgot to put in corner flags. Number 7. Sad occurrence. So this is quite sad. During the 1950 FIFA World Cup, Uruguay did defeat hosts Brazil, and the game was watched by 199,854 people in the stadium. Sadly, 2 members of the crowd committed suicide by jumping off the stand, and 3 other stadium spectators died of heart attacks during the final. Number 6. 1,600 revolvers. Before the 1930 FIFA World Cup final in Uruguay, police did search the crowd and confiscated 1,600 revolvers. If you don't know what a revolver is, it is a pistol with revolving chambers enabled several shots to be fired without reloading, and this could have been very costly during the World Cup final. Thankfully for the police, they did confiscate it before the final did begin, and it's very sad to see people trying to implement violence in football. Number 5. The European domination. Of the 20 FIFA World Cup tournaments held, a European team has appeared in all but 2 of the final matches. Number 4. Max goals in a single tournament. During the 1958 World Cup in Sweden, Just Fontaine won the Golden Boot by scoring 13 goals in the tournament. The French striker scored 13 in just 6 matches, which included 4 against defending champions West Germany. That has gone on to be the highest number of goals ever scored by one player at a single World Cup tournament, and it is the record today. Number 3. Most goals in a World Cup game. During the 1994 World Cup finals in USA, Oleg Shalenko, the Russian, scored 5 goals against Cameroon, which stands as the record for most goals by any individual player in a World Cup game. Number 2. Game with the most goals. Throughout the years in the World Cup, we've seen games that have provided lots of highlights, lots of goals, lots of thrashings of teams also, but the game with the most goals was Hungary against El Salvador. During the 1982 World Cup, fans experienced one of the biggest humiliations in World Cup history as Hungary beat El Salvador 10-1 on the 15th of June 1982 in Spain. It is the biggest scoreline in tournament history. Number 1. Largest attendance in a single game. Throughout the years, we've seen large crowds packed into games for the FIFA World Cup, and Brazil hosted one of the most unique editions of the World Cup in 1950, and one of the biggest upsets occurred in the final game between Uruguay and Brazil as Uruguay defeated the hosts 2-1. The attendance for the final was 199,854 people in the Maracanã Stadium, which is the largest crowd to ever attend a World Cup match. And that is the 10 things you probably didn't know about the FIFA World Cup. Would you like a part 2? Let me know down below in the comments. Drop this video a like, subscribe also if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.